You know, in bass fishing, there are a lot of terms out there, and one of them that I probably get more questions on is what is junk fishing and how do you junk fish? Well, it's a funny term, but junk fishing is something that I do a lot. As you see here, look at the deck of my boat. I have everything from jerk baits to deep diving crankbaits to shaky heads to flipping sticks, just about everything, big football jigs. And that is a perfect arsenal for junk fishing. And what junk fishing is, here's what it is. Junk fishing is when you go out on the lake and you don't really have a dominant pattern. You don't say to yourself, I'm only gonna sight fish today, or hey, I'm only gonna flip today, or I'm only gonna throw jerk baits. I'm gonna kind of mix it up. It's that time of the year, like in the springtime, when these fish are all kind of starting to transition up to the banks. A few fish are spawning, a few fish are coming off the beds, a few fish are kind of staging. The fish are in all different kind of modes right now. Junk fishing works great. That's when I'm running to a creek, and I'm in a creek and there's a big dock right there, a big beautiful dock. I might pull up to that dock and skip my shaky head underneath it. Okay, then after that, I look down the bank in the back of a pocket. There's a big lay down tree in the back. I pick up my big heavy jig and I flip it in there. Then I come out of that bank and there's a big rocky point and I pick up my football jig and I fire my football jig out there on the point. You know, that's junk fishing. It's where you're not really focused in on one particular thing. You're just kind of fishing what's around you and fishing what feels like you need to fish. If it's sunny out, I'm fishing baits that are kind of for sunny type fishing. If all of a sudden the clouds move in for an hour or the wind starts blowing, I'll switch up a little bit and start throwing spinner baits or fast moving crankbaits along the shorelines, whatever it may be. That's junk fishing. Junk fishing is where you're not set in stone on one particular technique. You've got a whole bunch of them like I have here. But here's the key. When you're fishing square bill crankbaits, unlike deep diving crankbaits, you want to fish heavier line. 15-pound test would be about the lightest I like to throw, up to 20 like I'm throwing here today.